What's up? It's your boss International Zoe. I finally got my brother Prestigious Physique
What's up?
to sit down. We chopped it up a little bit in DR. I caught up with him here in Colombia, Medellin, and I'm gonna give him a cut and we're gonna chop it up. And y'all might find out some things about him that y'all don't know, like myself. All right?
Yes, yes.
All right. So where you from, brother?
I'm from Jersey originally, man.
Okay. And tell me about the name. What inspired the name Prestigious Physique?
Prestigious Physiques. Well, the channel was actually, man, supposed to be a workout channel.
Okay.
That's why the physiques part is in there.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because I was a lot bigger than I am right now. But you know, things change, plans change.
Right.
I started traveling. I was like, I still like the gym, but I wasn't too crazy about it as much as I was for traveling. So I kind of just fell off, you know, and I just kept the name.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. I know some people say, oh, the name don't got nothing to do with the channel. But yeah.
No, because it could be abstractly attributed to the channel too, but I just was trying to figure that out. So, what part of Jersey are you from, Richard?
Monmouth County.
Monmouth County. I'm not sure what that is, even though I'm a New Yorker, but Monmouth County, we look it up.
Ball Branch.
Okay.
Asbury, you got Red Bank.
So what inspired you to become a traveler? Like, what was it? Any work that you used to do that led you into travel?
Yeah, I drive trucks. Well, I don't do it no more. But I still got the Class A.
Okay.
But yeah, you know, I was just working there for a couple of years. I think I did that for like 4 years or something. And then I was just like, yo, I just need something different, you know.
And what inspired you to travel? Like, were you already traveling?
I guess just being, well, I was doing all 48 states.
Okay.
So I guess you could say I was.
So you just took that up a notch and went international.
Exactly.
When did you start traveling?
Well, my first trip was here. It was Medellin.
Okay.
And that was about maybe 2 years ago. About 2 years ago.
Why'd you pick Medellin?
I don't know. I was on the fence about DR. You know, looking at other YouTubers and stuff, and based off of the footage, this just called my name. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Did you watch any other YouTubers here that might have helped you?
Yeah, I watched all the mainstream people. You got Ace, you got Marwood, I think Passport
Action.
Passport Action, but there was another Passport person too. You know what I'm talking about, I think.
Yeah. Passport Heavy.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
So there was a couple. It wasn't that many YouTubers over there. It was probably like 4.
Right.
Enough to get enough information to know, like, this is where I want to be. So that's kind of what.
And when you came here, that was what, 2018?
Probably, I think so.
And did you come here and move here, or did you just come and visit?
No, I came straight and I moved.
You moved here.
I guess you could call it a move, a long-term stay.
Right. How long did you stay the first time?
First time, I think I maxed out my maximum 6 months, 180 days. And that was it.
Did you know any Spanish before you got here?
Like basic preschool, you know what I'm saying? But it started to come, you know, when I put myself in situations like where I was living at and stuff like that. You kind of had to know. So
you kind of just learned on the fly. You didn't take any classes?
Nah, no classes.
Okay.
I wanted to take them, but I just, you know, I never got around to it.
Did you get a job out here? Like, how did you?
No. I was doing real good, well with the where I was working at before. So, you know, I was pretty much just running off of investment savings. You know.
Okay.
So.
Okay. And what area did you move into when you moved here?
First came here, I came to pretty sure Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires.
And where's that
right in front of that mall called La Central.
La Central. So you was you went straight local.
Yeah.
You didn't go Hollywood and to the tourist trap of Poblado.
No, and I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't. Because it would have probably changed my perspective, you know?
Okay.
Probably got me a little bit more comfortable where I wouldn't have been studying as much.
Right.
But you gotta understand, when you're in a place like that, when there's nothing but locals, you have to know.
Right.
You have no choice.
Right. You can't get too much help.
Exactly.
So once you stayed 6 months, you maxed out. Where'd you go from there? Did you go back home for a while?
I don't think I went back home. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, those watching this video, but I think the next trip, which is documented on my page, was I want to say it was Peru. I want to say it was Peru.
Okay. How'd you like Peru? How long did you stay there?
I think I did Peru for about a month.
Why Peru? Why'd you pick that? Because there ain't nobody covering Peru, for all I know.
And that's another thing, you know, I seen that. And that's what kind of intrigued me about it. I was like, oh, nobody doing nothing with this.
And you felt your Spanish was efficient enough to go there and make it happen. What inspired you to pick up the camera and do the YouTube, man? Did you already have that in mind when you were coming?
I kind of did. I kind of did.
Okay.
I ain't know how it was going to work out, but...
Girl, you talk.
I knew I wanted to be like, you know, an entertainer or something. I would consider it entertainment with, you know, what I do, you know, so.
It is, you gotta have personality.
Exactly.
If you want to be good, if people, you gotta have some form of magnetic personality where people are gonna look at you and stay with you. So you definitely have it, you know. You knew that much about yourself.
Yeah, man, but.
So how was Peru?
It was good, you know, it wasn't what I expected. Nightlife wasn't as, you gotta understand, I think I came there directly from Colombia, so the nightlife wasn't what I imagined.
And it wasn't much research that you could do on Peru, right? Because I don't see too much, not that I
can't, because there's not that many people covering it.
Right. So how long did you stay there?
Like I said, about a month,
right.
month and a half max, I think.
Was that because there wasn't much to do there?
No, it was just, you know, I don't know. I don't know what it was, but I think I went to DR next. I just didn't want to stay there too long.
Right.
It was nice to stay, but it wasn't enough to make me like, yo, this is the place I want to just, like here, I love this place. I tell people all the time, I love Colombia, so I'll max out my 6 months over here. But,
Any other places that you visited?
yeah.
I mean, I know you just came back from Brazil. Anywhere else that you've gone?
Mexico.
Okay, what part of Mexico?
I was in Cancun, Oaxaca, Playa del Carmen.
Right. Anywhere outside of, like, you know, well, Mexico's not Latin America, but South America?
Nah. I pretty much stick in Latin America for right now.
You like the vibe, you like the culture.
Yeah, and I put so much time in studying, so I'm like, yo, let me just
use your Spanish.
Yeah, let me just use it first, and then we can move on to the next phase. You know, like I do want to do Thailand. There's a lot of people talking about telling me to go visit that.
Yeah, I've been there. It's definitely, you know, if you're a traveler, you'll appreciate it.
Yeah,
you will definitely appreciate it. Hold on, let me get a tissue for you. You'll definitely appreciate it. And how long you plan on staying here? And how do you feel right now? Because you was here pre-COVID, and now COVID. How you making now? How you feeling?
I was actually here in Bogota when things were picking up and this whole COVID thing was happening, and they was talking about initially closing the borders. I was here, and that's why I left, because I knew it was, it was about to get real.
You didn't want to be.
I didn't want to be stuck.
Well, Ace, I think, made out good from staying.
Yeah, you did.
One thing I think I learned from Ace, watching him and a few others, that if you stay in one place for a while, I think it's even better for your channel. You know, when you sit still for a while, because then you kind of become the authority on that place. And
Yeah.
people watch you for that place. And you know,
That's true.
He gave so many updates, and you know, I mean, he was nowhere near the amount of followers he has now before COVID, and I think COVID definitely has something to do with the growth of his channel by staying in that one place. I really think it did, you know.
Definitely, and he was consistent too. He was,
Oh, no doubt. I mean, I even think staying in Dominican Republic for 1 month helped my channel.
It helped my channel, and I wasn't even there that long.
Right,
So,
you know. But I definitely saw a difference in the amount of subscribers I got in those 30 days. You know, because you was able to do something every day. And I guess it's also maybe because a lot of people are home because of the pandemic.
That's
and
another
everything.
thing people were saying.
So they're watching, you know, they're watching what's going on. They're living vicariously through you, I would say, you know, humbly, you know. I would humbly say that, you know. So what's next on your agenda, you know? What's your ultimate goal with this? Because you've been going out your job for a while, so how were you able to maintain and travel?
Well, now we got the channel, you know, so
Right.
I'm thinking of the channel, trying to make it more, you know, think of more business-like. So I'm trying to actually do things with it, make moves with it.
Right.
But I already got the platform, you know.
Yes.
So.
And you got a nice following of people, you know, like.
Yeah, it's getting better. It's getting.
Your art is, I guess I would say, it's more going live.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
the vlogs and you know.
Yeah, like you
nightlife.
know, people really want to join in. You know, I haven't really finessed that part of it of going live a lot and expect it. You know,
I'm be honest, like I ain't like lives before, man. I really didn't. When I thought about the idea of doing it, I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah, cause I'm worried that you know, having actually something to say. But you know, I guess people are just, if they with you, they're with you. You know?
If they rock with you, they rock with you.
Yeah.
You know, they're going.
You know, how long you plan on staying here in Colombia? Have you decided yet?
I ain't really decide, but it's I think it's gonna be a minute.
I want to ask you, how come you're staying in? What did you come up against some challenges when you was in Brazil? Cause you didn't broadcast a lot, and you know you didn't.
People said that. People said that. But it is true. You know, I didn't broadcast that much in Brazil. I mean, the thing about Brazil is it's a whole different culture. And a lot of people don't understand. Some do, some don't. But it's complex. If you've never been there before, nonetheless, never even traveled. You know, going someplace like that, your first time solo,
right?
It's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
So what I was doing was using my time to like just analyze, you know, where I was at, which places I like better, places that I can safely record in, places I can't.
Right.
Because you gotta remember, I ain't had no guide. You know, nobody's telling me, okay, don't go there, and you know, I was by myself. So
right. I went in January of this year to Rio.
Okay.
I stayed a week, but you know, it wasn't during this time. And you know, I did the basic things. You know, went to the clubs, went to the beach. I did all the tours, went to the Christ the Redeemer, and
I ain't go there.
I did all that stuff. You know, and I definitely like Brazil. I would go back. I even went into the favelas, but a girl that I met, you know, she escorted me there. I went in the barbershop and recorded the barbers, and one of the guys that I met out there, he got his hair cut. And Brazil is dope. I didn't get to go anywhere outside of Copacabana, really. You know, I didn't even go to Lapa. You know?
Ipanema, Lebanon.
Yeah, I went to Ipanema Beach.
Okay.
And you know, just Copacabana Beach. But you went over to the other side too, to the city, right?
Yeah, Sao Paulo.
Sao Paulo, yeah. And I heard they canceled the carnival this year.
I didn't even hear that, but I mean,
That's what I heard.
I kind of expected that. I'm expecting them to cancel the one here too, in Barranquilla this year. I'm expecting.
Yeah. I went to the one in Barranquilla
last year.
Yeah.
Okay, I was there too.
Yeah, but you know what happened? I was traveling with someone and they was like, "Oh, I want to leave," you know, kind of cut my short stay. I did get a chance to meet Fresh, you know, but I wanted to meet Ace, and I know there was a lot of guys out there, and I wanted to hang with y'all, but I kind of like, you know, let somebody I was with sway me to leave early.
Okay.
Yeah, so I kind of like regret that, but I did get some footage, and I did attend the first 2 days of the parade. So, what advice would you give somebody? Because I'll get people hit me up and say, someone just recently hit me up and said they want to start vlogging and they're going to the Dominican Republic and asked me if I had any advice for them. So what advice, what have you learned from being out here on the road? As a vlogger and a traveler?
You know, I guess you could say overthinking stuff sometimes and just, you know, coming up with ideas and stuff. It's a lot to take in, you know, and then when you do start getting up there, you know, people have their opinions and you got a million people telling you what to do and stuff like that. But I would just say keep doing whatever you're gonna do and figure out what you want to do first. You know, first things first.
Find your niche.
Exactly, and then after that, just stick to it.
And how do you feel, because it's challenging to me to be a solo traveler. You know, like, I feel like if I would travel, I would do a little more if I had somebody with me. And even though I meet almost an American everywhere I go, but sometimes it makes me timid. You know, you hear all these stories about certain places and how dangerous it is, and people saying, "Oh, be careful, don't go by yourself," or "Don't pull your camera out." Because when I was out with my camera every day in Rio, but when I got back and during COVID, I started posting things, and people was like, "Yo, you lucky something didn't happen to you," and blah blah blah. And mind you, I didn't really get too much of that information before I visited.
A word?
Yeah, so I was out. I mean, I was out every day with my GoPro or my DJI Pocket. I don't think I brought out. I even brought out my M50.
A word?
Yeah, and I didn't have any problems. You know, I didn't have any problems, but I also was a little ignorant to whatever, you know, problems that they might potentially have. Because put it like this, nobody scared me before I left. You know what I'm saying? So maybe out of ignorance, I went and I was filming every day. You know, how do I? And people say that about a lot of places.
Yeah, they saying it here. Like, you got people like, "Yo, I'm hearing." A brother of mine actually just messaged me. You're probably watching this, but he told me he heard some stuff about people getting robbed somewhere over here. I don't know where, but he didn't specify where, but he just said somewhere.
Somebody recently left something like that on one of my posts.
Different articles, but I'm like, I don't see it. I mean, but if you put yourself in those situations, you know, risk it, you know, and I don't risk it. That's why when I record, I already know where I'm going for the night. I know which camera I'm gonna use for the night.
Right. I'm usually taking out my small camera anyway.
Usually,
and if they want it, they can have it. But they ain't not that much money. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I sometimes take my bigger camera when I do a tour. You know what I mean? But when it's running and gunning, I'm going to bring out the Pocket or the GoPro. That's that. And that's just so I can do what I need to do at night too. I can put it in my pocket and have a good time if I want to too, you know. So it's not just because I want to hide it, you know. It's just convenient.
Yeah, that footage was crispy. That Gusto footage, I seen it.
Yeah, thank you.
I was like, how did he pull that off with that low small sensor on the GoPro?
I know people be no, not the GoPro. That was on the Pocket.
Oh, okay.
And somebody just sent me an article that they got a new Pocket coming out, and it's going to have a better sensor on it. So, and I love that Pocket, but I started waning towards the GoPro because the GoPro it looked better in the daytime.
It do,
but the GoPro don't look better at night. than that pocket. From what, you know what I'm saying?
That's why I usually use my Canon at night, you know, when I'm doing nighttime.
Right. See me, I never want to take my big camera out at night because I just don't want to carry it around. And even though the M50 is super small and lightweight, but I'm like, I don't want to deal with it, you know. Let me shape you up, and then I'll fast this part because I drop my liners and they like, they make super, they make look how it. Well, go ahead. It's not that bad. I tighten them a little bit, but it's a little hard to hear the interview during it. But we'll give it a shot. So yeah, so you're not sure where you're going from here. Nah. So do you think you're gonna stay here for a while, or you don't know?
I got some things pending.
Yeah, I know you like to surprise the people anyway.
I do.
I see.
And I got some surprises coming up.
Yeah, you like to surprise the people. So what have you learned? Maybe you can give me some advice on going live, because you seem to have mastered that part.
Oh no, I'm far from it.
But you do it so often, and you do it kind of fluently. You know, like I was on there going live, and I was just like, "How you respond to the questions?" And they're like, "You just gotta talk."
Yeah, it's just knowing you just gotta be ready for anybody to say anything in that comment section. That's pretty much what it is.
Right.
You got some in there that love you, and then you got some that just
they just there for the hate game, right? Yeah, sometimes I respond and sometimes I don't. It depends how I feel. You know, and some people, if y'all watching, certain questions you can't ask on an open forum like YouTube. Like, you're asking questions that we're not going to answer on YouTube.
Getting into explicit questions like I'm supposed to just say flat out like yes or no, like I can't do that. And then I'm blowing her spot up. Right. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that, you know. So
so guys, be aware that some of your questions are inappropriate for an open forum like YouTube. You gotta hit us on.
But I don't even mind though answering it if it's put in a different format and you asking me like something, you know, in different wordplay. You gotta use your wordplay.
Yep. So for those people that don't know, tell them your channel. Tell them how they can reach you, contact you.
Y'all can reach me at Pretigious Physiquez.
Spell it for them.
One and only. That's I'm gonna spell it wrong. But Pretigious Physiquez, guys, just prestigious and then Physiques. Now usually Physiques is with an S at the end, but in this case we put a Z at the end. That's the only difference. Right. Prestigious, normal, and then Physiques with a Z at the end and not an S. You know, and I'm gonna comment on this video. I'll just drop it like that.
Yeah, bet. And you put it to me, I'll put it in the details too. But yeah, man, thanks for stopping by, man.
Of course, man.
It's always my pleasure. I really enjoy kicking it with people, especially other content creators, especially while I'm out on the road. You know what I mean?
So how long you planning on, you know, rocking out here? Or do you not know
here? Maybe another week, but I'm seriously considering. I met a brother online who watched the channel. He watched a lot of content creators. He reached out to me. His name is Smitty. Okay. And he reached out to me. He was in Cartagena. He's like, "Yo, Cartagena's dead. I'm about to come to Medellin." And I was like, "Bet, man, let's hook up." So we came. He hooked up. His Spanish is fluent. You know what I mean? Mine's is terrible, Malo. You know what I'm saying? And we're thinking about going over to Cali. We were thinking about Bogota.
Word.
But we a lot of people are saying Cali's will be better for you guys. So I reached out to another content creator, female. I can't pronounce her name, and she's based in Cali.
I think I know what you're talking about.
The natural sister with the curly hair.
Yep.
Yeah. So I reached out to her. I'm waiting for her to hit me back because we just want someone to give us a reference point, maybe give us a guide.
Yeah.
You know, and if we get that, we already looking at flights. The flights are cheap, like $45. So, and I want to get more, you know, more bang for my buck for coming out here, you know.
Of course.
And
I tell you what, man, let me know, cause I told you, man, I don't know, I'm still on the fence about which city I'm gonna head to next. So
right.
I mean, if y'all, I know y'all, so y'all heading to Cali and stuff, man.
Yeah.
I'll definitely be down there.
Cause everybody's saying Cartagena's dead. Everybody's
Yeah,
saying,
I've seen it.
Saying Santa Marta's dead.
Well, Santa Marta's kind of always
right. It's
low
a beach
key.
town,
It's low
right?
key.
Yeah, it ain't. So, but I heard, man, you know, they get busy in the clubs with the salsa in Cali. They got a different type of flavor of sisters out there in Cali. And I heard, you know, when you go out there, they gonna show you some love.
Of course, man. I gotta see what they talking about.
Yeah, so I'm down. I just, you know, that's what holds me back a little bit, traveling places unknown alone, you know, and then also when people tell you, yo, Cali's a little bit rough, you know.
Yeah, that's what I be hearing too. People say, yo, it's a little, you know.
And Cali, they don't speak too much English. So since Smitty is fluent in Spanish, I feel comfortable going with him. You know what I'm saying? We get a 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom, we still all save money. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely down, because otherwise I would have to be taking that journey alone.
I feel you.
So I will definitely jump on the opportunity, and we talking seriously about it. Once again, thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Of course, man.
Thanks for stopping by. Y'all check out
man.
Prestigious Physiques.
Of course. Check me out, Prestigious Physiques, man. Y'all could put y'all ain't gonna find me like that. But yeah, just put Prestigious Physiques, y'all find me.
You'll find it.
I'm gonna comment on this video, y'all see it.
Alright. We out.
Alright. That was a good ass interview, man.
Yeah, thanks.
I see you when you was doing these interviews. I'm like, yo, he's on to something.
Yeah, plus I throw the haircut in there like
yeah, like it make it
can't
magic.